Look at me now.
Smoking on who? Smoking on what? Yeah, nigga, yeah, did that. I don't give a damn about the people, what you mean? Yeah, nigga, said that. Hey, hey, hey.
Look at me now.
Smoking on who? Smoking on what? Yeah, nigga, yeah, did that. I don't give a damn about the people, hood, nigga, what you mean? I said that. Hey, I said that. Yeah, we really got chosen people. Yeah, we got 12 times, hood, nigga, what you mean? Yeah, we really legal. Hey, yeah, we really legal. We don't give a damn about other people. What the hell you mean, little nigga? Yeah, I got 12, yeah, they're my people. They're my brothers, they're my sisters. Little nigga, you're from other mothers. I don't give a damn, little nigga, what you mean? Yeah, them still my brothers, they're my brothers. Yes, I love him like a motherfucker. Speak on my brother like motherfucker. Hit him so hard, got hit by a trucker. Yeah, she look good, but I cannot fuck her. I don't give a damn, yeah, just double. Ain't gon' lie, man, I cannot trust her. This is out to be killing brothers. Ayy, so smoke on a who? Smoke on a what? Yeah, nigga, yeah, dead. I don't give a damn about the people, hood, nigga, what you mean? I said that. Ayy, and I meant that. Yeah, we in hell, king to tell. I don't give a damn about what you sell. If it get caught, you the first to tell. You tuck your tail. Why everybody wanna go to jail? Sitting with me in a fucking cell. Man, I'm just saying this get to tell. Niggas be soft and motherfucking frail. These niggas be blind, these niggas be braille. Ops right there and niggas can't tell. Smoke so much, your brain is a snail. Kill a black man, don't nobody tell. Ain't nobody cry, thus up the Lord, niggas got that eye. Real black watch, touch your brother, little nigga, man, I dare you try. You just might die. And I put this on your Howard try. Yes, he really in the fucking sky. Man, I can't wait till he crack the sky. Whole lot of UFOs in the sky. Man, these niggas gotta really die. Ayy. So smoking on who? Smoking on what? Yeah, nigga, yeah. I don't give a damn about the people, but nigga, what you mean? I said that. I say it again. All brown skin ain't your kin. And a white man ain't your friend. Terrorism, and we killing it. Smoking on what? Yeah, nigga, yeah, dead that. I don't give a damn about your people, hood, nigga, what you mean? I said that. Hey. Man, fuck. I gotta go to the studio. Man. Got a lot of shit on my mind, been weighing on my chest. I'm tired of a lot of shit on my mind. Shit. I've been weighing on my chest. Until I get the shit off. Told my cousin, man, get on the street. Keep them playing. Stabbed in the back. Best believe I got a scar. Can't trust my family. Them niggas low down. I don't give a damn. Fuck America, nigga. Talk about that in America, nigga. Talk about that in America. Say the nigga can't just see. We got enemies. Tell it's a person be killing me. Tell it. Stab in the back, stab in the back. Can't trust my family, man. Can't trust my family. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. Talk about niggas forget. 400 years, man. We went 400 years. Never got shit. Rubbers a bitch. Made it through this shit. Never forget. Made it through this shit. Said fuck the white man. All he said fuck the white man. All he used to be was talk. Here's the beat. Please, Christ come back. Christ come back. Man, this shit wild. Man, this shit wild. Christ come back. Christ come back. Hey, say, man. We in the end times, yeah, man. End times, yeah, man. Man, that you not safe. And if you was not in the ISUPK the commentary, you was not in the truth, yeah, man. All the other shit is other shit, man. And the Lord ain't fucking with it. So you best believe we ain't fucking with it, man. I mean, we in the end times, yeah. Not safe. You not in the ISUPK. And I'm gone. Yeah. Bird in the mind, got a bird in the mind. That in the back, best believe I got the skies. Ain't trust my fam, man, them niggas low down. I don't give a damn. They say, man, yeah, man. We in the book of Revelation, yeah, man. But it's the end times, man. You don't want that 6 seals. Right after that, come that 7. That mean Christ coming back to save life, just spending in the minutes, man. You know, none of eyes, you can't kill a man, man, man. You just might goddamn die. Stop going in that goddamn church. You goddamn money to the goddamn pastor, looking at everybody in the motherfucker, man. And making you believe that Christ white, that Christ a nigga, that came from the hood to save niggas. The Lord picked niggas. Pick a nigga. Fuck you talking about, yeah, man. Man, come on, man, where your culture is, man. When you get your left. Hey, Matthew said that every nation will go back to their own nation. Bear in mind. Yeah, man.
You go jiggle my life on this. Hey, Shalom, Israel. This is like school, Universal Practical Knowledge at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Under Commander Gene Hanna. Today is ISUPK Austin's LASHAWAN QADASH class, where we break down the biblical Hebrew. Today we're gonna be going over the certain pronouns, prefixes, and suffixes, possessives. Might do also a little bit of vocabulary to bit onto phrases. What I mean by phrases is like things that you commonly say when you learn a new language. So things to like if I was to speak Spanish, first thing I'm gonna learn is how to say in Spanish is "Hey, how are you?" or "What is your name?" Different things like how do I get to this place? Where's this place at? That's why you ask directions and stuff like that, right? So today, Lord allow, we get to that part, but for the most part, we want to build the prefixes and suffixes to start building onto sentences or phrases. So now, right now, we're going to start off like we always start off with the Hebrew alphabet, right? Okay. Log in. Let's see right here. So we got ba, ga, da, and ha. All right, let's do the next 5. We got wa. Next one is real simple. Za. Sa. I. Next, I believe we got 6 more. All right. So now we got pa. After pa, we got taza. After taza, we have qua. After qua, we got ra. After ra, we have sha. And da. All right, Shalaki for the next. Let me see. It's going in and out. All right, should be 12. All right. So we have a, ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, ha, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa. Well, I want to write it in Assyrian. What is the Assyrian is how you write it after we was in captivity, right? We went to the Assyrian captivity. Now we write the Hebrew in a different way. It's the same way the Jewish man writes his today, but we pronounce it differently. We say it differently. We say it how it's supposed to say it. Meaning, the reason why I'm only erasing the characters and not the way you sound them, you say them, right? The Yiddish, he would say things different. He would say it very feminine because they don't have the same language we wrote in the scriptures. Why? Because they are not those people. They have their language Hebrew, right? That's what theirs consists of. So like ba, ga, da, ha, right? Wa, za. Next we got ka, right? Next we have ta. Next is ya. Now this is when we start getting into double characters, right? Because one's used at the ending, and one's used just in the regular word, whatever you use, right? So one is using the end of the word, and one can be used when it's in the beginning or just in the middle of a word. Next we have is la, right? Next we have is ma. Ma also got two characters, right? Same thing applies to these double characters. The one's in the ending, one's in the beginning or in the middle of the word. Next we have na, which is also got two, right? And now we got sa. We got I. Next we have pa, which also has two, right? And when you see a lot of these that got two, right? Hold on, let me finish this real quick. Boom. That's Taza. Qua. Ra. Sha. Got two at the end where you pronounce it. So right here I have na. If I have this ma at the end, usually it would just be the M rather than an MA. When I say that, if you've been paying attention to other classes, it's just how you will pronounce it, right? All right, and that's pretty much simple. Give you time to write that down real quick. If you not have already, this is your first class. Of course, I always like going over the simplest stuff first because it's always somebody's first class. But Hebrew being a very good language, it's so simple. The best things are the simplest stuff. So knowing the basics right here will help y'all through everything. We could have broke down. Remember, I think last week we broke down the meaning, the origins of these characters, which also helps with building words and knowing when the words mean. His house, tent, right? Represented by the tent. That's why it looks like that, right? Now, with that being said, what is a father? The word for father in Hebrew is Abba, right? Abba is what? He is the father. A father is what? The strength of a house, right? That's what a father is. He's the head of the house, the leader of the house, the strength of the house. So that's why Abba is like that, right? So now let's right now get into the class. Today we're going to start off with the pronouns formal pronouns, and we're going to do possessive pronouns. Now, these two, possessive meaning, mine, when it says yours. The pronouns we're going to get into is going to be like you. You is another one, you, or he. Kind of like you already know the context of what you're talking about, right? So basically, we're going to write on the board, write a chart. We're going to go through it. We might give some examples to show you, right? So we got the pronouns. Pronouns. All right, we're going to write these first. Later on, the reason I'm writing two, because I'm going to write another thing on another side, right? So pronouns, the first one we have is anya, right? Which is I equals an ya. Anya, right? I'm gonna write it in I might just write it in both. I need another. I'm gonna keep it in black, right? So anya, right? An, that's a, right? What else we need? We need a na, right? Very simple. And ya, right? This is connected. Boom. I'll write this a little smaller for you, don't get them confused. Now, Anya, right? I. So I went somewhere, or I played somewhere, right? Use that in front of a verb. Let's see. So I could use one like I walked, right? So what is walked? Halak. Halak is walk. So I can say, so we have walked equals what? Walk is halak. Halak. Now, how you write that in Hebrew? You have ha, right? Ha. You have a la, right? And you have a ka, right? It's connected, right? Halak. So I want to say I walked somewhere. So I have anya halak. Now, I walked home. What is home in Hebrew? Bayat, right? So home. I walked. Where you walked? I walked home. Anya halak bayat. Anya halak bayat. I walked home. That's just from one word where these are all vocabulary. This is vocabulary, that's vocabulary. That is just knowing your pronouns. Who walked? I walked. Anya. I walked home. That's simple. Really simple. We got so much more of these. And this is why you can start being able to talk in this language. We need to start talking in this language. We had this oppressor to steal everything from us. And we got the breakdowns. We got the culture, we got the garments, we got the feast days, we got the brotherhood, we got everything, and all we need right now is to get our language back, man. Now let's get some more. Right? That's anya. Right? Next one we're going to do is you, which is atha. Right? You, atha. How you write that? You write it with the right? You're going to write it with the tha, right? Tha. We also have a ha at the end, so you're going to write it with the ha as well. You connect that because it's not the full ha, right? Tha. right? Atha. Now, Salakia. All right. So it's you, is atha. So I'm gonna do a simple one. So what does this word mean? Barak. Barak equals bless. Right? Bless. And what we say? You equals atha. So we say what? Barakatah. Barakatah is also another way to say thank you. It's not like bless being like bless you is not the only. It's not just saying that's what it means. It doesn't mean thank you, but just how you can use words in a certain way. Kind of like when I was shy. There's different ways of saying it. So I say Tawada mean thank you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai. So I say Tawada Yahweh wa Yahweh Shai, right? Or Tawada Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. So Yahweh in the name of his son. Or you could say, Barakatah Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. It's just, thanking you, bless you, Yahweh. Bless you while I'm blessing you. Bless you because thank you. Thank you for everything that you done did. And that's our blessing prayer. You hear that all the time in our prayers, right? Simple stuff. These are the pronouns we use. These are formal ways. Formal ways, right? Let's get some more. Now we got he. How about right? He equals ha, wa, ah. Right? How we write that? We have the ha, we have the wa, we have the ah. Slaki. That's all separate. How ah. So he went this place, he went over there, he did this, he did that. So what did he do? Let's get an example. Let's say he spoke, right? Let's do the bar. The bar, right? Talked / spoke is the bar. The bar. How you write the bar? Boom, boom. You have the ra at the end. Now, you always ask why I'm writing like this, because Hebrew's written right to left. If you didn't know by now. So the bar, right? So talked and spoke. He spoke, right? How he is what? He spoke. How right? He spoke. I don't want to get to. He spoke to. I don't want to get. I'm gonna have to go ahead and jump into the prefixes and the suffixes as well. You understand to see who he talked to, right? He talked to. So two would be la. He talked to la. I do la with my name. He talked to la Gadaiwan. Gadaiwan, which is my name. La is 2. We're gonna break that down later as well. It's a prefix, right? So how the bar la Gadaiwan, he talked to the Gadaiwan. Like who you spoke to, How the bar la Gadaiwan. He spoke to Gadaiwan. Right? See, it's so easy. He spoke to Gadaiwan. There's different verbs you could use. We're gonna keep going. I'm gonna try to use different verbs. Last one we used walked. Now we use talked. Now we're gonna keep going, right? Remember this later, this la, because we also gonna go to prefixes and suffixes. They're gonna overlap each other, but just pay attention. La is also a prefix. And you also want to know when we're doing this prefix, I'm gonna give a disclaimer that you might see words that look like they have a prefix in it, but it's just a root word. The prefix goes in front or a suffix goes behind a root word, right? Meaning that you gotta know what the root word is and know there's a prefix or suffix in front of it, basically, or behind it, right? So now what is the next one? We have, since we did he, let's get it. Let's get she, right? Salakia. Pull this up. Let's get she, which is haya a. Now this should be similar to hawa a, right? Instead of wa, we have the ya. Now let's get some more vocabulary. All right. Haya, right? Now, she, we're going to start off with she, right? She, let's see what verb. She answered. Let's do answered. She answered. She answered her out of one. Her, she answered her Lord. Right? She answered her Lord. Lord, lowercase in the scriptures would be like Adawan. We say a kind out of one kind. We saying the man's that is above us. Only figures like groups don't have rank and order, but of course we here have rank and order. We respect the men that came before us. We respect the men the Lord put in front of us. The same people who don't have rank instruction, they so-called camps or in the world, same people who wouldn't follow Christ. Why? Is the same spirit John the Baptist had on him. He couldn't follow Christ. Why? Because Christ was just a regular man, and he thought he was the bad, biggest shit ever, and he couldn't serve Christ. He could talk about him, he could recognize him, but he couldn't serve him. So the same spirit people got in the world is the same thing that's been killing black folks for hundreds of years because we have no order in our places. The Nation of Islam could gave us no order. All the goddamn other kingdom people had no order. You come down, people at the civil rights movement have all these different things. Ain't nobody gave us order but the ISUPK under Commander Junior Hannah. So we're going to break this down. She answered her out of one. She answered her Lord, right? So we say what? Haya, she, which is she, answer. What is the word answered? Aina. Right? So like, let's get one thing real quick. Let's see this real quick. Going to Blue Letter Bible. Try to get like a reference. Let's see. Right? Why? Well, yeah. All right. Okay, just had to check something real quick. If you also want to check your work, go to Blue Letter Bible. So Haya, Aina, her Lord. Now this is gonna be one thing together because why is this one thing together? This is gonna be one thing together because her is what? Possessive. It's her Lord. her Lord. Shalaki, real quick. Battery finna die. All right, Shalaki. All right. So what was that? Haya Aina. Haya Aina. She answered. She answered. Her who? Her Lord. What is her? Her is a possessive. So it goes at the end, right? So it goes, what's Lord? Arwan. Arwan, ha. It's a suffix. So how we breaking these we breaking these sentences down? How we are making these sentences? We are making these sentences simple. What we are doing is just having a pronoun, I, you, he, or she, and we're doing what? We're doing making a verb. She answered, or he walked, or you talked, and we added the subject matter to the end of it. So now she answered her Lord. So haya aina adawan ha. Simple, right? Let's get some more. We got a lot more to go. We've already been 30 minutes into class. Well, now we can get through all these pronouns and learn some more vocabulary, right? Next, we already did you. Let's do they, right? Let's do they, masculine. So it's ham. So we got ha, and we got ma. This is connected. Ham. So they went where? So ham, which is they. They. Now let's get a verb. Let's see. Let's do guided, the rock. Let's do the rock, right? They guided me let's see, they guided me to, I don't want to use bayat, to home. They guided me to me. They guided me to they guided right like this, so I can something realistic. They guided their brother home. All right, so they guided their brother home. They, which is guided. What we said guided was again, we said guided was the rock. The rock, their brother, theirs, possessive. So we're gonna say ak. That's for brother, right? Ak nawa. Actually, let's get All right. Akma, which is a suffix for there. They got it. Their brother. They got it. Their brother home. Now they. Well, what if it's a group of women? Now these all got to match when you say them. So when I say that, I mean, so if I say they got it their brother home, who did? Sisters. The sisters of that brother got it them home. Even though the context was talking about just about the Hebrew has been using. So what is this? Han. Right? So I can say what? They Handarak Akma Bayad. Handarak Akma Bayad. They got it their brother home. They got it their brother home. They sisters got, meaning what? By this I know sisters. His sisters got it their brother home. Why? Because Han, they is what? Pronoun for they, feminine. Now, if you have what would you say if you have a group, just a group of people, women and brothers and sisters? You would say they, masculine. Why? It's the same way. It's like, hey, all you guys come here. You know, it's woman in the group, it's hierarchy. You want to look at when we talk about feminine and masculine, not so much like feminine as in is girly, but feminine as in lesser than in rank. Same thing when we go to like Yam and Yan and Wa. Because I say that because later on when we break things down, we say Ak and sisters is Akwa. Now Ak, let me write this down for you real quick. I don't know why. So real quick, just show you. So what I was breaking down real quick, a little bit off. We're still on topic, right? So we use the word ak, right, which is brother, right? Now, ak is brother. Ak wa is sister. So we always say akwa, akwa, shalom akwa. Now that would be like we would say is like dominion over. The reason why I say that is because look, we have Malak, then you have Malakwa. Malak is king. So what you want to be like, Malakwa must be queen. I'm coming from that's common to think that, but no, Malakwa is kingdom. It's kingdom. Now, right? So now, see how is the rank and structure. The king is over the kingdom. The brother is over the sister. Now we're going to Akyum. Akyum is brother. Akwath Yen Akwath Yen Yum, that is more than one feminine, plural feminine. This is plural masculine. Now, that's why it's kind of, when we start to get to here, you see that this one's Ham and this is Han. You start to see more things that's feminine have like a na at the end of it to show the feminine things. And that's very important. And which is why when we say, we stress that when people like through us being the priest, the or anointed priest of the Lord, we could break down, we know understand scriptures, we could break it down. But this is why I said understanding your language will make you even break down scriptures to another whole level. You know what I'm saying? Because if you know in this, you would know the subject matter of what it's saying or who is it referencing. Sometimes when we see a scripture would say, and Jacob, how okay, say let's say something like it would say it has two people. He hates one. It says he okay, say he has a male and a female, right? And he's talking about that in a sentence. Sometimes you might get confused when the next sentence says, and he says, and he loved thee, or you know what I'm saying? You could look into the Hebrew to what that word is if it's feminine or masculine to see who is he's referencing. I know that's probably a bad example if I'm saying it too deep, but just think about it like that. Like the word, when you read the Hebrew and you see what the you is talking about, you will, or they, you will see what is referencing based on the word is using either as masculine or feminine, right? I believe we got more. We have more pronouns. All right, I got okay, this is a perfect example. This is still a tha, right? We had a tha. Now, this is what I just got done saying with the yam and yan. When you see ma and na at the end of a word, masculine or feminine in plural sense, I'm gonna show you just what I mean right here with the same thing on this side, right? I'm gonna leave these up here to show you what I'm talking about. So these are still pronouns we're dealing with, right? So now we got plural pronouns. A thumb, you. So basically, like it's like you all, right? So we have you, which is plural masculine, and we got you, which is plural feminine. Now, pay attention to the same things I said. You is what? We just said is a tha, right? A tha. But what we're going to do, we're going to drop the ha and put a what? Based on these two, what you think we're going to put on there? Give you a quick second. We're going to put right there. The reason why plural. The reason why you might think, well, how in the hell am I supposed to get that? I'm supposed to, this is what I don't really know Hebrew like that. I don't know no Hebrew. The reason why I made you try to understand it is because of what reason? Because we say it every day. We say it every day when we greet each other or we salute each other. We say this stuff, but sometimes we don't really even recognize it. Why? So if I say the brother salute, we say what? We say we give a courtesy to the brothers in the class, or just when brothers just have brother salute. Say Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Barak, Adam. That's how we group more than one brothers. Barak Adam. Why? I'm blessed you, but all of you. Barak Adam. Now, what the hell? So like I got bad handwriting, y'all. I gotta do better. Going to my flesh. All right. Now, we say the sisters, we say Yahweh Shamar al-Adhan by Shem Yahweh Shai. Al-Adhan. Al-Atan. Bless you all sisters. Sisters, women. But if you see a group of them, a group of people, and you just going like, hey, y'all about to make Brakatham. Why? Because guys is more. If it's just one group of people, usually we would do two salutes. We do one for the brothers. There was one group, one for the brothers, one for the sisters. When you see how when we say the generals come on, you see a general, we like Alawak Panya, general on deck. We would say we get a salute. The brothers would give their salute first. Like Yahweh Shem Barakatah. We say Barakatah to him because he's by himself. It was like Commander Yohana. He will repeat Yahweh Hashem Barakatah, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Barakatam, which is plural for us men. And he also do another salute for the sisters. Yahweh Shema by Hashem Yahweh Shai to the sisters. All right, very simple. Now we also have not we. I forgot we. Not now. Make sure I got that right. This is first person plural. Salaki. Check this message real quick. All right, Salaki. So we, right? Let's get some more verbs. Basic verbs. Let's get what I want. All right. All right. This is gonna be a thing. We blaze. That's slang. If you're a priest, you know what I mean by that. I said we blaze. We blazed the camp. We blazed. Let me see if I want to do that. I'm gonna try to do something bigger, Shalakia. I'm trying to do something bigger, a bigger sentence for everybody, something that everybody else can relate to. Because if I say we went, we okay, I got one. All right. Finished is Gamar. Gamar. Now, let's see. We finish. Which word? We finished the. Let's see. I gotta do so many things. I was gonna do the work. We finished the wine. Wine will be yayan. Yayan is wine. Yayan, right? We finished the yayan. So how will we write this together? So we got wine. We could say we finished the what? The water. We finished the different things you could finish. We finished the work, whatever, but we're gonna use wine right now. Because a lot of brothers like to drink wine. I was trying to do something long, but we're just gonna do something where I give you a new word. A lot of brothers don't know what wine is in Hebrew, it's yayan. So therefore you can use that when you learn it, right? So we finished what we just learned. Naknawa. Why we? Because I'm first person plural. When we say we, and I'm including myself, right? So the Naknawa, Gamar. So a Naknawa Gamar. Hey, you can say that. We finished. Hey, a Naknawa Gamar. A Naknawa Gamar. We finished. You know, black people talk. We don't really have to say too much when we finish. We're gonna say what we finished, what you put us up to. So somebody tells you to go hurry up and go work on this house, work on this, work on that. I'm like, hey, a Naknawa Gamar. We finished. We finished our job. So a Naknawa Gamar. Now we got the wine. Now the is also what? A prefix. Why is it a prefix? Let's see. A Naknawa Gamar, because that is like a is this I won't say what's that word for it. Think about this as a connecting. It's connecting. So if I say like I went in this way, I do this and that as a like 2 or 4 different things, right? So Naknawa Gamar, the, which is the. Wait, first let's put wine. It's gonna be the last one we do. A Naknawa Gamar Yayan. So right now we finished wine. We finished wine. That's not grammatically correct. So what we have to add in front of that? The, which is ha. Ha is that right here. So a Naknawa Gamar Hayayan means we finished the wine. I did this out of shout out to my brother Yahadia, because all that brother do, all that I do is drink wine. Right? So a Naknawa Gamar Hayayan, or Anya Gamar Hayayan, or Hawa'a Gamar Hayayan. I'll say he finished the wine. Who drank all this wine? I could say Naknawa Gamar Hayayan. I'm gonna say he Hawa'a Gamar Hayayan, or she Haya'a Gamar Hayayan. Or yeah. Let's check this real quick. All right, with that, we're gonna class off with that. The only reasons, because I don't want to. We go next class. We're gonna start off with different. This was the pronouns. Now, also with pronouns is like we have possessives, but the possessives we put inside the root word, what we're describing, what we're talking about, right? So if I say house, I can say my house. My house. It's like saying I, right? The equivalent would be my for possessive. So my house, right, would be the suffix would be bayathia, my house. This is a preview. So my suffix would be my would be Yah, right? My now Yah for a suffix, right? Suffix means two different things. My for that prefix. Guess what it be? We say Yasha'Allah. What does Yasha'Allah mean? Give it to you. Right? Two different things. So my by Yah. But Yah is house. My, we say my house because Yah is described as the possessive. Now prefix he is Prince of the Power. Who's Prince of the Power? Israel is. Yasha'Allah. We are sons of God. Like the scriptures say, the children of Abraham, all the children of the flesh, these are not the children of God, but the children of the promise are counted for the seed. The promise went to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, then to Jacob, whose name was changed to Yasha'Allah, Israel. Right? And with that, Yahweh Shem Yashar Baraka Thumb, Yahweh Shema Thun, Bahashem Yahweh.